Hello students, in our last video lecture, we have learned about capital budgeting. Now today, we will learn capital budgeting techniques. Capital budgeting techniques are divided into two parts, that is traditional or non-discounting technique, which comprises payback period and accounting rate of return. Second one is discounting technique or time-adjusted techniques that comprises discounted payback period, net present value, profitability index, and internal rate of return. Today, in this video lecture, we will learn about payback period and discounted payback period. So, payback technique, we are having a numerical over here to learn this technique. The numerical is a limited company is going to replace an old machine with a new one. The total cash outlay is rupees 2 lakh. The future benefits are as follows. The future benefits are year 1 to 5. For year 1, we are having future benefits as a cash inflow that is 40,000. For the next, we are having 60,000. For the very next, we are having 60,000. And for the fourth year, we are having 80,000. And for the last year, we are having 40,000. They are asking that you are required to find out the payback period of the machine. Now, what we will do, we have to draw a statement which comprises cumulative cash inflows. Here it is. We have taken the year as it is, whatever your years or number of years we are having, whatever the cash inflows we are having, we have just writing down over in this column. Now we have to find out the cumulative cash inflows values. Cumulative cash inflows values means we have to add up from the very first to the next one. The very first number, that is 40,000, it's here. Next one, 40,000 plus 60,000, that means 40,000 for the first year, 60,000 for the second year will be added together. It will be 1 lakh. Now 1 lakh plus next year 30, that is third year, that the value of 60,000 will be added to 1 lakh. It will be 1 lakh 60,000. Again, adding to for the next year, it will be 2 lakh 40,000. For the next year, by adding 40,000, we will have 2 lakh 80,000. Now, what will we do? We have to check out the cash outflow. Cash outflow, that is having an amount of 2 lakh rupees. 2 lakh rupees will be returned in which year? We have to check out from the cumulative cash inflows in which year 2 lakh will be returned. 2 lakh will be returned in somewhere about around third and fourth year. That is 1 lakh 60,000 for the third year, and fourth year, that is 2 lakh 40,000. So it will be returned somewhere around third and the fourth year. So we will arrive to the formula, and the formula is it will be returned in the third year. Now put third year over here. Third year. Now for the numerator value, cash outflow minus cumulative cash flow up to third year, divide by cumulative, divide by cash flow of the fourth year. Remember, here we are having cash flows, and in the numerator we are having cumulative value of cash flows up to third year. Now we will put 3 over here. Taking the numerator all together, it will be 2 lakh for the cash outflow minus cumulative value up to third year. Cumulative value up to third year, it will be 1 lakh 60,000. From the table we can check it out. For the fourth year cash inflow, is 80,000. For the fourth year cash inflow is 80,000. We will divide this value by 80,000. Now 3 plus 2 lakh minus 60,000, it will be 40,000. Divide by 80,000, it will be 3 plus 0.5. 3 plus 0.5, that will be 3.5 years, or we can say that 3 years 3 years and 6 months. We will get back the return in 3 years and 6 months of 2 lakh. So this is your payback period, 3.5 or 3 years 6 months. Now we are having one more question related to discounted payback period. Discounted payback technique is the advanced technique of payback period. What all we are having here to consider the time value of money. Time value of money. So we have to check out the present value cash flows of each and every year. So here we are having a question. The question is a limited company wants to invest for a new project costing rupees 2 lakh. The future cash inflows are as follows. Cash inflows are for the year 1 to year 5, that is 50,000, 60,000, again 60,000 and 80,000 and 40,000. They are asking that to find out the discounted payback period if the discounting rate is 10%. Now we are going to take the solution. We will draw a format of statement showing present value cash inflows. Cash inflows we are having from 1 to 5, that is 50,000 to 40,000. Now we will apply the present value factor table. We will take help from the present value factor table and applying the rates of 10% and onwards from year 1 to year 5. We will check the values from the table. I am going to the table slide. This is the present value factor table representing the number of years and percentage of different level, that is 1% to 10%. For the year 1 we are having value at the end of year 1, that is 0.909. For the next year we are having 8 to 6. For the next, that is third year, we are having ending third year, we will be having 0.751 and so on till tier 5. So we have to use this table in our this format. So taking the value from the table, we are having 0.909. After that, we are having 0.826. After that, we are having 0.751, then 0.683, then 0.621. Now we have to multiply column number 2 with the column number 3, that is cash inflows into present value factor, that is 50,000 into 0.909. It will be 45,450, again 49,560, again 60,000 to 0.751. It will be 45,060. Next one, it will be 54,640. Next one, we are having 24,840. Now we will find the cumulative values from these cash inflows. For the first year, we will be having 45,450 as it is. For the next year, we will be having 45,450 plus 49,560. It will be adding up these two values together. For the year 1 and year 2, it will be 95,010. 95,010 plus 45,060, it will be 1,40,070. Adding 54,640 for the fourth year, it will be 194,710. For the next, it will be 2,19,550. Now again, we will check the outflow, and the outflow is cash outflow is rupees 2 lakh. 2 lakh where it will be returned, in which year it will be returned, we have to check from the cumulative cash inflows column. Now from the cumulative cash inflow column we are having values in this manner. We will easily find out that in the year 4 and 5, or we can say that between year 4 and 5 our 2 lakh will be returned. So fourth year and fifth year will be the effective cash inflow and cumulative effective cash inflows for the formula purpose. So we will be having fourth year, fourth year plus cash outflow minus cumulative cash flow up to fourth year. Remember here we are having the same value, same year, divided by present value cash inflow of the next year, that is fifth year. So we can apply the values in this formula. 4 plus, for the numerator we are having cash outflow. Cash outflow is 2 lakh minus cumulative cash flow up to fourth year. Cumulative cash flow up to fourth year, it is, we are having here 1,94,710. We will apply over here 1,94,710 divided by present value cash inflow of fifth year. Present value cash inflow table or column here it is. So for the fifth year we are having this as a cash inflow, present value cash inflow, that is 24,840. 24,840 will be applied over here. 4 plus, now subtracting these two values, it will be 5,290 upon 24,840. 24,840, it will be 4 plus, dividing these two values, it will be 0.212. 0.212, dividing these two values, or we can say that 4.212 years will be the discounted payback period of this problem. So students, if you are having any query related to these two techniques, you can post your queries to the comment section. For the next time, we will having our some more techniques, that is NPV and profitability index and IRR techniques. So be ready for it.